Oh, hey there, people. Welcome to Wednesday morning here on Vlogging Life. Just got my ass out of bed. It's currently 6 a.m. Let the dog out. Now I want to make some breakfast. Yesterday at groceries I bought some eggs, so I have to make some yellow dippy eggs and toast. I love yellow dippy eggs and toast. What I don't love is I can't find my extra virgin olive oil. What the fuck? Man, the Origin Network has this great deal going on right now. It's like... where the fuck's my coffee cup? There it is. It's like, you guys remember Command and Conquer, the video game? Well, they have the whole collection on the Origin Network right now for $20 fucking. $20 fucking, the whole collection. Command and Conquer 1, 2, 3, Red Alert 2, Red Alert 3, Generals, friggin' Zero Hour, Renegade, Tiberian Sun, the whole fucking shebang. $20. We used to play the tits off friggin' Command and Conquer back in the day. That was like the game. And then Warcraft came out and it was okay. Warcraft was okay. Then Warcraft 2 came out and it was a lot better. Then Warcraft 3 came out and it was amazing. And then World of Warcraft came out and for a long time I couldn't figure out how the fuck they could take an RTS and turn it into an RPG because, like, are you serious? Who gets the gold? Like, I heard Warcraft and the first thing I think of is RTS, not MMORPG. Couldn't even fathom how they were gonna do that game until I got addicted to it, for fuck's sakes. See, that was the one nice thing about working at Onterra, was we're allowed to have our own personal computers there, right? Well, I'm just getting my water jug filled here. Because we were allowed to have our own personal computers back in the day, bought myself this laptop, and it was Dell Inspiron 6400, and it had an AMD 1400 video card, or an ATI 1400. The whole reason for that computer was so that I could play World of Warcraft at work and not have any graphic problems. Sounds funny, right? Yay, yellow dippy egg toast and... well, that's about it. So yeah, it was like you could have a laptop at work and fuck around with it and play video games and stuff. And management didn't seem to care though. In their mind, as long as the work got done, who gives a fuck what you do in your downtime? You know, as long as you know how to do the job, they didn't get on your ass. But the problem was when newbies came on board and saw what we were doing, well, then they went and got laptops and they were doing it. Problem is they didn't know the job. They should have been reading process. Okay, so I want to make sure she didn't burrow a hole through the fucking wall or something. But, yeah. Fuck, I'm such a nerd, I forgot a fork. But no, it's like, I super got addicted to World of Warcraft because back then, well, I had to beat everything. I had to be the best at everything. Quake, Quake 2, Quake 3, Unreal Tournament, you know, Counter-Strike. I wanted to be at the top of every ladder. Total Annihilation, Tribes. Fuck, we used to kill at all those games. The problem with World of Warcraft is you can't beat that game. You can get all the best gear, but then they just release an expansion, and all that gear's outdated. So, yeah, that would drive me nuts. Used to one day, fuck, I spent 36 hours playing that game. Felt pretty ill in the end. I had to quit. But anyway, it's Om-Nom time. Anyway, I've had my breakfast. It was delicious. Had myself a cup of coffee, and I'm ready to get this day started. So without further ado, we're going to pitter-patter and have at her. Head off to work, put in my time for the day. 4 o'clock comes around, and it's so weird working from 8 to 4. Like, at the vape shop, guys, I would work from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And now I'm working 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Like, time fucking flies. I'm not saying I'm not used to working like that, because Ontario was only an 8-hour shift too, but the call center was 10 hours. You know, you go in from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and you would get docked 45 minutes for lunch. Ended up coming up to about 42 and a half hours a week of work. Is anything... well, actually it was about 40, I can't remember now. It wasn't over 44, but she was fucking close. I'm just not used to these 8-hour shifts. Like, you walk in there, next thing you know you're on break, then lunch, and then you're done. I think for people who complain about working 8-hour shifts, they should work at a call center like I did. And work the 9.5, 10-hour shifts. Realize how fucking monotonous that gets after a while. Or even, you know, a shop where you're the only one there and you gotta open it and close it and work 11-hour shifts. You'd realize pretty damn quick that 8 hours is beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the camera here. I'm gonna head off to work. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Holy fuck, I'm tired. All I did today was train. Train. It was really tedious, especially because I've been doing the job for the past couple days. And then I got a guy in a teleconference on a webinar basically explaining stuff that I already know how to do because I've been doing it. And I was self-taught. Well, I wasn't really self-taught. It just goes to show that the trainers I was with, one being an ex-college professor and the other one being fucking mint, just knows how to do everything, showed me a lot of stuff that the other people getting trained obviously weren't shown because I was kicking ass. Like, I understood everything and half of them were lost. But one more day of that left, and then it's fucking turn me loose and let me go. Dude, today for lunch I had the most epic wrap. It was a bacon, lettuce, and turkey wrap. Fuck, was that ever good. Alrighty, well, it's 6 o'clock at night and I'm getting kind of hungry and gassy. What? I shit myself and the dog's like, all upset about it. But I'm gonna make some food. But on my way to work today, here on the radio, see, we have this thing in town. It's the Zion Quince. Basically the first quince born, probably the only quince born in North Bay. It's a historical spot located on the entrance in from the south and the western highway. It's a little tourist attraction, if you will. But basically the fucking city went and sold the property, them sons of bitches. That's right, they sold the property, but I guess it's kind of good because it's not like they're demolishing that landmark. They're going to be relocating it. So I guess it's not a completely bad thing. They got 2 spots they're thinking. One is down at the waterfront where they want to build all their fucking tourist attractions, as they're calling it. And the other is at the North Bay Museum, which already gets a lot of foot traffic. So that could be good too. So basically they sold the property for $1.8 million to a developer who's bringing jobs to North Bay. Now you're probably thinking, holy fuck, Shitty Hall listens to Skivens. Not entirely. Apparently one of the stores planning on coming in is an A&W. That's right, the burger joint that I love their burgers so much. The one that I go to over by Cambodian Tire. They've been there for about 3 years now, maybe 4. And I've been rocking that place every time I go to Cambodian Tire. Always swing by and pick up my teen burgers. Can't help it, it's right there. It's like, fuck, divulge. Let's get some teen burgers. There's another one in the mall and another one in the other mall way down on Lakeshore. So this is what gets me. Okay, if we're getting a 4th fucking A&W, right on. Who cares? How come you can't get jobs that pay more than minimum wage in this fucking town? You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine now. I got myself a job. I'm making a lot more than minimum wage and I'm happy with it. It's actually going to be the solution to all my problems. I've said that in the past. But the problem with this town is a lot of people take trades. This town right now, the college, they got rid of the computer programming course. They got rid of the microcomputer networking course. They got rid of the Cisco engineering course. They got rid of a lot of the tech stuff. All they have left is trades like mechanic, plumber, electrical, electronics, what else? Woodworking, basket weaving. Not sure why anybody would take that, but they have it. You know, they have some computer courses, like they offer a night course at Canada to learn Excel or learn Word or learn PowerPoint, and it's like a 2-week course and you go from 6 to 9 and somebody reads from a book and gets you to do some exercises to figure shit out. Hopefully you don't have too many hardcore problems because they probably won't be able to answer them for you. But that's about the gist of it there. People go to the Canador, they learn the machine. They got a machinist course too for CNC. You know, they learn that shit, and then what do? They pack up and fuck off and go where the jobs are because there's no jobs in town. So does it really make sense to bitch him for the mayor of all people to bitch and moan that the population of North Bay is dwindling because people are just getting an education and fucking off? Maybe he should pull his ass out of his ass and realize if there ain't no jobs, people ain't gonna stick. But I digress. I guess what I'm really getting at is they're literally putting a strip mall over there where one lucky person at that strip mall is gonna be making about 40 grand a year because they're gonna be classified as the manager, and everybody else is gonna be making under 20 because they're gonna be making fucking minimum wage at, what do you call it, not at part-time employment. No benefits, no fuck all. You can't live in this town on minimum wage. Like, you can't own property. Like, I'm lucky. This house is fucking cheap. Like, I'm paying like $300 bi-weekly for my mortgage, and then that covers my taxes, my property taxes. Like, $300 bi-weekly covers my property. Property taxes are not expensive here because I live in an area that's kind of odd. What are you doing, cat? For fuck's sakes. But then I talked to my buddy and he lives down on Lakeshore, which is expensive. What he pays in property taxes is what I pay. This is per month. Is what I pay per month for just my mortgage and my property tax combined. He is paying close to $600 just property tax a month. $300. His mortgage is, he said he pays bi-weekly. It's about $700-800 bi-weekly. So $1,600 a month for his fucking mortgage on his house. Mind you, when I bought this place, it was $100,000, and when he bought his, it was $279,000. So you can kind of understand there why he's paying a lot more than I am. When I bought my house, I signed for a 25-year mortgage. When he bought his, he signed for a 30. So if you're wondering why it's a little bit, like, it's not that far off from what I'm paying, it's only double, but his house is worth almost 3 times more. It's because he added an extra 5 years onto his mortgage. It's fucking brutal. So then you got these politicians stating that they want to look after the North and they want to solve this energy problem with being billed way too high and so on and so forth. You know, they just want to get elected. They probably won't do fuck all. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking just going off topic right now. But my main thing is without good paying jobs, nobody can afford to stay in North Bay. People say, oh, well, you know what? Toronto's no better. Well, I know Toronto's no better, but Toronto has opportunity. There's a lot of jobs in Toronto. I know that because when I applied to all the different job sites and the recruiting sites and all that, I was getting emails. I was getting like 20 to 30 emails a day for jobs in Toronto, Mississauga, generally the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, Milton, fucking London. I was getting offers like crazy. $23, $25, $26, $32 an hour. Move to Toronto, get a job for $32 an hour. There's tons of opportunity down there. Not so much up here. And whose fault is that? That's what I would like to know. Whose fault is that we do not have manufacturing or good paying jobs, and this town is littered with fucking restaurants and shopping stores and malls that pay fuck all to their employees. Don't give them full-time hours. So you got people out there, like when I was at the call center, for instance, there are people working at the call center and also working at like Tim Hortons or McDonald's or Mike's Mart, or basically working 2 jobs, and they would come into the call center. Is she hunting something? Fuck's sakes. Fucking cat will swing at anything. But, you know, they're working these 2 jobs, and when they come into the call center after their, for their next shift, you would see them, and they look like they were fucking zombies off of The Walking Dead. Like, their eyes were completely black, and like how I used to look when I woke up before I had a cigarette back in the old vlogging life days, you know? Just complete fucking train wrecks. And it's because they work themselves to death just to be able to afford to pay the rent. Now, just for shits and giggles, when I told Mom what the financial advisor told me about maybe you should sell your house and rent an apartment because it might be a lot more cost effective, and then I told her to quit huffing the glue, it's fucking her brain up. Well, I didn't say that. I just said, are you serious? Have you priced out apartments? Are you fucking that stupid? Like, smarten up. Figure it out. But Mom wanted to see if I was right. So she jumped on and did some research about apartments, only to find out, yeah, you can get an all-inclusive for $850 a month. That's like all-inclusive, like your heat, hydro. But the problem is you don't have control of the heat, so you can't change your temperature. So in the winter, if they decide to set it to 65, well, that's your fucking heat for the winter. They decide to pin it at 92, well, get ready to cook. In the summer, if they forget to turn off the heat, you're still cooking, you know? The problem with an apartment, and my buddies have ran into this in the past, is you're at the mercy of a landlord if something breaks. Like, you can't just go out and buy a new toilet and install it and go. Mind you, that's also a problem when you own a house, because then you have to have money to go out and buy a new toilet and install it and go, right? Like my one friend, her fridge blew up in her apartment. She went 3 weeks off of bagged ice from the store and a cooler. And a lot of the food she was living off of, like, she wouldn't buy meat. If she did, she'd go to the grocery store, buy meat, and cook it that night. She wouldn't be able to stock up. A lot of the shit she was eating for the longest time was either non-perishable canned goods or the old craft dinner, because that shit just lasts forever. But she couldn't buy milk because she had no, well, she used the cooler to store the milk, but she always bought like little milks. You know, go to the store, buy a little bit of milk and use it that night and have some in the morning with your coffee and cereal, and then you pitch it in the garbage. It's done. Like, it's empty. But it took them like 3 weeks to a month to get her a fucking fridge. That's ridiculous. But like a decent apartment in a nice area of town that isn't qualified as a slumlords area was about $1,000 a month, not inclusive. So $1,000 a month, plus you got to pay your hydro. The apartment's also electric heat, so come the winter, you're dropping about 5 bones on your hydro alone. So you're paying about $1,500 a month. Fuck, you might as well just go buy my buddy's house down on Lakeshore. This is the reason why I guess a lot of people live with other people. They have roommates, which is something I can never do because fuck that. I like living alone. I like coming home from work and only having the fur babies to look after and no one else. Not come home from work and, you know, realize I left something in the fridge that I was looking forward to. Whatever it is, come home, open the fridge and it's gone because the other guy living here decided to fucking eat it. You know, that was the main problem living with my ex, mind you, but whatever, that's another story. Mainly because I couldn't eat anything in the fridge, because if I did, she was like, oh, I'll save that for my lunch. And it's like, fuck, it was in there and it was getting mold, so I ate it. Not living alone, fucking awesome. I love it. And that's why I'm like, I was so happy when I got this opportunity, because now I can actually do that. And like I say, because I don't have much to spend on, ooh, dinner's ready, on bills and stuff, like compared to what I'm taking in versus what's going out, I'm going to have a nice little surplus of cash flow. That just means I'm going to have the ability to do some more stuff. And seeing how I confirmed it today at work, that if I need to take time off to go take a course in how to ride a motorcycle, I can do that. Chicken wrapped in bacon! Anyway, guys, it's getting freaking late. I want to shut this vlog down. It's getting late. It's like 9:30 for fuck's sakes. But I'm going to shut this vlog down, go have a shower and get to bed. And tomorrow is Thursday. What's going on tomorrow? Same shit as today. Going to work, coming home, talking to you guys, going to bed. Fuck it. Then there's Friday and then the weekend's here. Yay, yay. So thanks for coming out. Hopefully you enjoyed my video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.